What's going on, guys? This is Wnba Dfs here to bring you another WNBA slate breakdown for the two-game WNBA slate. If you guys just were attempted to watch that first video that was up, I do greatly apologize because your boy did not have the mic on because it was still connected to my gaming mic. So, yeah, kind of messed that up. My apologies, guys, but we're going to redo this video real quick. I'm going to give you guys the real quick nitty-gritty Cliff Note version. If you guys enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you guys do not miss any of the uploads. Thank you for those that let me know that you could not hear anything so I can get this re-uploaded for you in a quick and timely fashion. And let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. Two-game slate. Two teams that we just saw yesterday in the Storm and the Aces. Right now, no injury news to report for either team except for Candace Parker. She is still out. She was out yesterday. Same starters for both of those teams. For the Dream, playing the Storm, no injury news to report except for Ari McDonald. She may not. She might play, she might not. I expect that she doesn't. Over here for the Sparks, biggest thing for them, they got Carly Samuelson. She is back after missing that last game. And Derek Hamby is a game-time decision. That's very important for Derek Hamby because right now they got a three-big rotation with Nneka, Stevens, and Hamby. So if Hamby doesn't play, we might see Stevens play another 40-minute game and Nneka play another 35 to 37-minute game, even in a blowout. So definitely kind of definitely want to know for sure if Hamby's going to be in or out. That for sure we do need to know. But other than that, not too much to report on the injury report for these games. So pretty straightforward over there for that. Going over here to the slate over here on DraftKings, the site that I play the most on, the site that has been kicking my behind but has also given me some great bread this season. If you guys would like to go ahead and join me over here on DraftKings, you want to make this bread, check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on the King. You can take these notes I'm giving you right here on DraftKings, use them for FanDuel. FanDuel has a 5K to first contest today. Pretty rare. We normally do not get those type of contests for FanDuel, so definitely go ahead and hop over there. I want to say it's like $9 to enter that over there. Definitely would go in and probably play that. Check the link down in the description below for that one. There is a deposit match bonus for FanDuel as well down there. Looking over here, starting with the Storm. We know they played yesterday, but at the end of the day, it starts and ends with Jewell Loyd. She got hot yesterday, played very well. I did say only way she'll pay off that price tag is if she has a big scoring game, and she did that. 39 points in a tough matchup going up against the Washington Mystics. Pretty much a easier matchup here in this spot, so she should be able to repeat the exact same process. Much cheaper now, sitting at 10-4 instead of the 11-7. I don't mind taking a Jewell Loyd here in this spot because she possibly could pop off. This is the first time that they will be playing the season going against the Dream. And again, if they want to stay in the game, it is going to be on the back of Jewell Loyd, raining some threes. She went 9 of 16, beating her season high of 8 threes in the game. So definitely while she's hot, I would go ahead and go jump onto the Jewell Loyd train because you never know when she's going to cool off. Horston, she left the game yesterday with a shoulder injury, came back, only played 11 minutes. Sitting at 7-6 with Gabby Williams being back, playing 20-ish minutes. I'm not really going to look there to go to Horston on to say slate. Same thing for Ivana. She's been hit or miss. Honestly, has not really been producing like what she was early in the season. Not really going to mess with that. Sammy, when I'm on her, she doesn't do anything. When I'm off her, she goes ahead and pops off. So do what you will with that information. But sitting at 6-6, if you land on Sammy, it's not beautiful. It's not pretty, but never know what you're going to actually get with that one. I personally will be fading her today, so now watch. She will go off for 30-plus fantasy points. You have been warned. Kia Nurse, another player that has to actually shoot, has to knock down her shot to actually do anything. With the value that we have over here on the Storm, I don't feel like you have to go to Kia Nurse. And then Melbourne, she is definitely a GPP play for the simple fact of her minutes are slowly trending back up, yes, but they can go right back down to her not getting anything once again. So right now, the value, the flavor of the tea over here on the Storm is not Melbourne. It's not Yvonne Turner, Kia Nurse, Sammy Whitcomb. It is none other than our girl FanCam. She's over here at 5'7" and has gotten 30 minutes in the past two games and has looked beautiful in the time that she's played in both those games. I'll be going right back to FanCam here, sitting at 5'7", pairing her with Kia Stokes, and you can pretty much get whatever you want on this slate. More than likely will be the chalk build right there, Kia Stokes, FanCam, and then just plug in whoever it is that you want to run on the slate. Easy Mabigor, she's in a pretty good spot. We have seen opposing bigs have had very good games going up against the Atlanta Dream. Can definitely go to her. We know behind Loyd is Easy, so if Easy can actually go out here and knock down some shots, that's been her thing. She hasn't been really hitting her shots over the past couple of games. She's still rebounding pretty well. She can get a couple of blocks, a couple of steals. We just need her to actually score and look more herself on that end. Hopefully she can actually do that in a pretty good matchup going up against Cheyenne Parker in this spot. I do like that. And then Gabby Williams coming back from a pretty long layoff. It's not like she was injured or anything, but she looked pretty rusty in that first game. A couple sloppy turnovers, went 0-7 out there from the field. At 8K, I'd rather see her get her feet under her before I jump to that. Maybe she was down a little bit lower. I would have more interest in that, but at 8K, you don't need to go there or try to force that on today's slate. Over here for the Atlanta Dream, Cheyenne Parker, if you watched the game last night, you saw the Washington Mystics got whatever they wanted from every single position on the floor. Shakira Walker, she went off. What was her name? Brittany Sykes. She popped off ridiculously for no daggone reason. Tina Hawkins, Queen Egbo, Misha Hines Allen, all of them, they all had pretty decent good games. Same thing for right here. Cheyenne Parker, we know that her minutes are limited in regards to what she's going to play. She's going to give us about 25 to 28, 29 minutes. If she can actually go out here and give us a double-double in that time frame, and she did that both games going up against the Sky and then also against the Sparks, she can definitely go out here and do that here going against the Storm, who don't play a lick of defense. I do like her here at 9-4. Definitely worth playing on today's slate. Nia Coffee, like I've said before, it looks like the flavor of coffee that we're getting right now is consistency. Over her last 4 games, she's at least given us close to 20 fantasy points a game. Definitely can go here to Coffee. I don't hate it if you land on it. Do I feel like you have to play Coffee today? No, because we do have value in Kia Stokes and FanCam. You can go to either one of those. You don't necessarily have to play Coffee on today's slate. So definitely something to consider right here on a slate. Don't feel like you got to go there. And then also Billings, Hillman, all of them really don't have to go down there and force any of those into your line. Not really needed. Coming over here to the guards, it all starts and ends with Ryan and Gray. Gray, of course, is more consistent than Ryan. She's doesn't rely all just on the scoring. She can give us some assists, some rebounds, blocks and steals, things like that. Definitely be the safer of the two, but today will probably be the first time in a long time I plant my flag on Ryan, and I'm going to say that this is the perfect spot for her. We just saw what Sykes just did. They practically play almost the exact same position on the teams. Opposing small forwards have had very good games going up against the Storm. Anyways, this is definitely going to be a spot that I think can be a Ryan game. And if you want to, possible with the value that we have on the slate, you can go with a Ryan Howard and a Jewel Lloyd type build, and we could possibly get a shootout like what we had with the Enrique and Jewel Lloyd, get that type of matchup that we had. But if I have to put them in order, of course it'll be Gray because she's safer. Come down Ryan Howard if you can get up to that price tag, which you should be able to today. And then last but not least would be Danielle Robinson. She's been consistent over her last 3 games. Finally figured out how to not be in foul trouble and actually get the minutes and run. If that's going to continue on today's slate, I do like going back to her here on the slate. Not a force, not a must, but definitely can go ahead and play her on the slate long as she can keep herself and her hands out of foul trouble. Going over here to the aces, I'm just going to do everybody as a whole. Starting 5 is in play. As always, starting 5. This pretty much right now is the aces that we saw from last season, minus De'Erica Hamby. Switch her out with Kia Stokes. But of course, we know it starts with Asia. Then it goes to Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, and Chelsea Gray. That's it. All of them could be great plays. All of them. I have no apes grapes complaining about any of them on today's slate. If I got to rank the guards, it's going to be Jackie Young because she's cheaper than Kelsey Plum right now, and she doesn't rely just on the scoring. She's had pretty good games going up against the Sparks early in the season. If you look at the game logs from when they played earlier, she dropped in 35 minutes 46.25, and then in 26 minutes she dropped 28.25. This game was in Las Vegas. I mean, it was in LA, so there goes a plus right there. Kelsey Plum, same story. She had a pretty good game one game, pretty mid game the second, 20.25 in the first game, 30 in the second game. So looks like she played all right on the road and better at home. So if you want to take that with a grain of salt, maybe you want to play Jackie Young over Kelsey Plum in this spot right here. And then Chelsea Gray, for me, she's kind of the oddball out simply just for the fact that she has to really get her scoring going and assists in order for her to pay off her value. She's kind of like Courtney Vandersloot. So she'll be the last one I worry about from the guards for them. But it will be Jackie Young or Kelsey Plum. And also because if the game gets out of hand, we have seen that they will run those guards still out there in Kelsey Plum and Jackie. They'll still be out there even if the game's a blowout. So that's why I do like them over running a Chelsea Gray. Asia Wilson, if you could fit her today, might as well. There's really not too much for us to pay up on today's slate, unless you're going to play NECA instead on the other side. But definitely something to consider right there. And then, of course, like I said, Kia Stokes, she's going to be starting at 5'9". You might as well go ahead and play it. In the 2 games that she played going up against the Sparks early in the season, 17.25 and 21.25 in 20 and 22 minutes. She's practically still playing the exact same minutes that she was playing even when she was on the bench. So not too much in regards to the production or anything's going to change for what Stokes is going to bring out there. Over here on the Spark side, looking at them, it starts with NECA, ends with NECA, and then it goes down to Canada. If you could fit NECA, you might as well. She only played in 1 game going up against the Aces, and that was 19 minutes, and she gave us 26.25 fantasy points. It was a 65 to 93 blowout. I'm not going to worry about her getting blown out or something like that for today's slate, simply because they don't have bigs. They don't have bigs. They're running a 3 big rotation between NECA, Hamby, and Azura Stevens. That's what it just comes down to. If you're worried about a blowout, I definitely can understand not playing NECA, because then they might just run Stevens and Hamby out there instead, as long as Hamby's good to go. So I could definitely just see going down here to Stevens, who's been playing pretty good ball over the past 4 games. I do not hate that. She literally played the whole game of the last game out there. So her shot's finally falling. She's rebounding. She's playing very good defense. Can definitely go back to her. And then Canada, if you land there, not really something I feel like you have to do, but definitely a consideration. And then if we come all the way down here to Jasmine Thomas at 4-5, another value play on today's slate, considering that she finally played the most minutes she's played this season. She played 29 minutes in her last game. I love that for her. If she's able to continue to get her shot to fall and play make even more and go out here and actually have a pretty decent game at 4-5, I do like that for Jasmine Thomas. And probably, to be honest, let's just go ahead and we throw in all of the value plays that's on today's slate, and you really probably got yourself a pretty decent core to just go ahead and play whatever high price, big guard, or anything that you're wanting on the slate for today. So if you go ahead and you plug those 3 in, you're left with 11-3. You can get whatever you want on today's slate. There's no excuse to not pay up for 2 guards and a forward, or pay up for the 2 forwards and pay up for a guard. So I pretty much just gave a core right here for you guys. I do like it. This is very cash safe. Definitely can run this in as cash, 50-50s or head-to-heads. I would actually do that for that, and then just figure out where you want to go, who has the best ceiling for you at the guard position, and everything else. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Pretty much a short video, just because it's the Cliff Note version of what I said in the first video, but legit all the meat and potatoes that I said the first time. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. See you guys after the All-Star break. Hope everyone stays blessed. See you in the green. Oh, if you guys want my cores and you want the player pool list, and not only for the WNBA, but everything else that we put out, MLB, esports, golf, all that stuff, check the link down in the description below for the Patreon. With that being said, it's your boy Zoe, and I'm out.